Hi, hi. All right, today I am going to be answering some of the questions. So Nikki she's one of the team here. She's put together all the questions that have been on the comments. So I'm going to fly through the questions that I haven't been able to answer yet, and we're going to hash them out. And then I'm going to be hosting a second video later on today in regards to manifestation, because that was one of the comments. So how or what is manifestation? How do we do it with ease? What does it look like? What bullshit's out there and what truth is out there in regards to that. So we'll break that down in the next video. So let's dive into the questions. One, let me just say, I love you. Thank you. I love you. The amount of love that I've received through the comments, through the personal emails has blown me away. I feel honored to be here and share what I have discovered up to this point and what I've been teaching for 20 something years, I think 24 years now. So it is a big honor for me. And I know in everything in my body, I just want to be of service. So I can take you as far as I've gotten, which is pretty fucking great. And I can only share what I know. I don't know everything. So here we go. Thank you. I love you is an amazing gratitude mantra. I've shared that in quite a few videos. It amplifies everything in your life. Gratitude does. I am not a fan of writing out 10 things to be grateful for every day in my journal. One, I do not have the time. Two, I think it's bullshit. Don't waste my time. Like, I don't want to do that. So instead, I use thank you, I love you as a mantra. I look for a million reasons to say thank you, I love you, whether it's no line up at the grocery store because I don't have a lot of time. And I love that. Thank you. I love you. Green lights. Thank you. I love you. I have behind one day I'll take a picture of it, but behind my actual computer here, I have a big, huge shelf that's full of gifts that I've received from clients and soul family over the years. It's mostly stuffies and unicorns. But I set myself up to say thank you. I love you. It's right there, right behind where I work. So I get to see and look at all of the gifts and the love and the symbolism of love that I have. Thank you. I love you. So try throwing that into play a little bit. It's really powerful. Okay, let's get into the questions. Question one, how do I get one of the moons that's behind you? I love that moon, right? I don't remember where I got it from. It was online. So, and it wasn't very expensive. And it's just a peel and stick, as you can see, if you really look at the corner. My OCD, that bothers me a bit, but it is what it is. I'm obsessed with the moon. I even have a tattoo of the moon on above my dragon. And I don't know. I think it's like as a little girl, I used to stare it up, and that's how I knew I was a star seed, which is my like obsessed with the moon. I think it's beautiful. In the galactic membership, I share quite a bit about what the moon actually is. But we won't do that here on YouTube. I am going to be moving, however, a lot of that galactic information over to an app called Rumble. So I'll share that information soon, where I'm going to, because I can talk very unfiltered there about all the galactic stuff and, some of the rabbit hole stuff. So we'll get into that. All right. I wish I could remember. I don't know. I've had it for years. All right. This is a thank you one. What are your thoughts on twin flame reunion? Oh, this is a really good question. I feel like it's a whole video in itself. If you want more information on this, I can expand, shoot me your questions, but twin flame reunion. So in the everything I teach is in the program Fully Awaken and Ascend. It's like $369. I know it's an investment, but it's not the people who did the retreat, it was like thousands and thousands of dollars. Incredible content. Everything I teach is in there, including twin flame reunion. So to sum it all up, because everything is connected to the quantum realm, how we perceive, how we feel, how we think, how we look at, like, it's all connected to this energetic wavelength, including twin flame energy. So the short of it is, if you exist, so does your equal, 100%. As we evolve and we reincarnate, pieces of you are dispersed. So this is in the universal law of oneness that I teach, but you disperse. So I will connect with a soul here, we're soul family. And then in the next life, like I don't even know how to put this in such a short video. Get to the point, right? As you are evolving, your energy is dispersing. So People that I love and connect with have pieces of me in them. And then we reincarnate into another life. So some people will have more of my energy because there's been more soul connection. So when it comes to twin flame energy or soulmate energy, and why we have so many soulmates, you have them in you and they have you in them because of all of the lives that you've had together. So you recognize each other, you resonate with each other. I call it soul family or soul reunion. You see yourself and they see themselves through you. Twin flame energy, I never used to use this terminology until I met my partner. So I'll start with I don't believe anything. I just think a certain way right now. And as I evolve, that changes. So for a very long time, I thought twin flame was bullshit because what we hear and what's taught out there through fourth dimensional consciousness is twin flame is going to be highly triggering. It's going to be challenging, but it'll be the best love you've ever had. And that often leads someone who hasn't worked on self esteem or self love to the fullest capacity they can. It can lead to you mistaking connection and allowing yourself to be in a narcissistic or abusive relationship. I am hands down, absolutely no tolerance for being mistreated or being abused or being put down or harshness. I don't care what trauma you have going on. Not my job to heal you. So I want you to take this. It's not my job to heal you. It is your job to figure you out. And if we unite in this life, amazing. If we come together, if we do not, that's on you. See you next time. Peace out and walk away from that shit. Do not allow abuse in your life in any form whatsoever and learn your healthy boundaries. So that's that. Now twin flame energy, meeting my partner now. We are the same person, but total opposites. I am a Sagittarian. He's a Gemini. I am go, 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 go. He's like we always joke about me being the rabbit, him being the turtle. We move at different paces. However, we finish each other's sentences. We finish each other's thoughts. When I have a headache, he gets it. When he has something, I get it. We exchange everything from the good to the discomfort. We do trigger each other, but we do not trigger each other into a point of confrontation or arguing or miscommunication. We trigger each other because of that opposite piece, that yin yang piece, and we communicate our way through it. So do I believe in it? I don't really know. Do I believe that there's someone that can perfectly reflect you? 100%. But if they're going to perfectly reflect you, they're going to reflect the good and the uncomfortable. So as long as you are in your place of self love, if you are honoring your boundaries, if you are communicating from your heart and not from your fear, you can have a very successful union with someone who truly vibrationally matches you. Do we want to label it twin flame? Maybe, maybe not. I'm starting to believe in that a little bit because of my relationship, but does it actually matter? And that's like something I always lean back into. It's like, does it matter? Because what does it change if I highly resonate with someone and am choosing to make this work and to grow together? What does it matter? And I think that people who have fear of missing out, especially in our society, the way we function now, will be like, oh, that's not my twin flame. Keep looking, keep looking, keep looking. It's free will, it's free choice. And so you're going to have people who you really resonate with, and you're going to have people that you don't. Just enjoy what's in front of you. So I don't know. Hopefully that helps. Okay, let me go back to the questions. When I did the video on the dimensional consciousness, I had one person comment in regards to experiencing eighth dimensional consciousness for a little bit of time, but feeling that they lost their humanness. And it felt like a really great state, very euphoric, but felt like ego self was gone and I had less empathy and kindness, felt a little bit autistic. Uh-huh. That's what it is. There's a whole other video on the levels of dimensional consciousness, but eighth dimensional consciousness is blissed out and very unhuman, very like you're just blissed. You're like, okay, you're in the Zen, nothing matters. You trust the flow. It's awesome to experience. I have no desire to reside there whatsoever. This is the one and only time that I get to be dime. This is the one and only time I get this body this perception, these connections, I am going to enjoy the fuck out of it. And there's a lot of, I talk in that video about fourth dimensional consciousness, talking about the ego being bad. Your ego is responsible for, yes, your survival. So that's what we want to heal. But it's also responsible for the personality that's being demonstrated, the quirks, the interests, the passions, the pleasure, the laughter. Your ego is a beautiful gift. You do lose that in eighth dimensional consciousness. I don't, in my personal journey at this point, again, I can only go where I am. Why would I want to do that? Like, I'm going to go back to that when I'm out of this meat suit. That's where we reside outside of being physical manifestation. So that's always my state. That's always there. That's always available for me to experience in the physical or the non-physical. I will be that. This is the only time I get this physical. So I'm gonna have some fun. You can float between sixth, seven, and eighth dimensional consciousness through your meditative practice. I do experience eighth dimensional consciousness. I experience traveling into the oneness, the flow of energy and being nothing else. It's awesome. But I don't want to stay there yet. So there's that. So yes, you had a very normal experience feeling that eighth dimensional consciousness. And thank you for sharing that, because I think it's a valid point. Okay, next question. When it comes to, this is in one of the galactic videos, that one was a really heavy one actually. And feeling like a lot of ringing in the ears, a lot of ascension symptoms. So ringing in the ears, an overload of empathy around everything, every person, every creature, everything, and not knowing what to do about that. One, we want to stop the story of this is hard, this is heavy. Whatever story we are telling, we are putting into motion. It's a lot deeper than that, but whatever you're telling your body to feel, it's going to feel. If you're being like, oh, being an empath is so hard, it's so heavy, I'm so drained, your body goes, okay. And it does that. If you're like, yeah, I'm an intense empath, I can feel it, it moves through me, and then it doesn't belong to me. Your body goes, awesome, and doesn't hold on to it. Easier said than done. We are very programmed. This is going to trigger you. I am so sorry. And I say this with love, okay? Trigger warning. We are programmed to do two things. First thing, be important. We seek importance. We seek acceptance. We seek being seen, being heard, being valued. Normal human thing. Because of that, we seek reasons to receive that, the biggest one being self-victimization. And self-victimization is a sneaky little creature where some of us, we've seen, we all have that friend who's like, if you have a headache, their headache is worse. If you're going through a challenge, theirs is worse. We all have that person in our life. But unknowingly, subconsciously, we will seek self-victimization in feeling low, disharmony, heavy emotion, and residing there for quite some time. So to correct that, to support that, when you go into that phase, acknowledge it, and it's okay. Yes, I feel heavy emotion. I am experiencing fatigue. I am not tired. We don't want to say that. I am experiencing fatigue, emotion, all of these things, and that's okay. That's part of the experience of being a human. This is temporary, and it will move through me when it's ready to move through me. And so what you're doing is you're giving your body permission. You're giving your inner child even permission. You're giving yourself permission to experience without labeling it as a negative experience, without labeling it as good or bad, high or low. It just is what it is. And then when you do that, your body goes, okay, let me process and transmute that. I'll shift it to something that serves us. And you will move through it with more ease. So sort of the motto for all of this would be no shame in the game. Don't shame yourself. Don't smack talk yourself. Don't guilt yourself for feeling the opposite of what you desire to feel. Take shame right out of the equation, allow it to be what it's going to be, and it will transmute with more ease when your body's ready to. Sometimes what happens is that lower energy or that discomfort that we're feeling or the disharmony we're feeling will actually attach itself to something internally that wants to come to the surface, that wants to be healed. So pay attention. When we take shame right out of it, we can be very clear on, what am I feeling? Is it mine? We just be curious. Is this mine? Is there something that you're asking me to heal? Is there something that wants love within me? Or is this just a let's go lay down and have a rest moment. And then you're going to get really clear and your body's going to do what it wants to do with that. So no shame, no guilt, no smack talk. Okay, manifestation. That is what we're going into next. So I think I've gotten I think these are all the questions. If there's other ones, please hit me up. I will absolutely jump on as soon as I have a moment to answer all of them. I am going to go now record the one on manifestation and what that really is and how to do it. And it's a lot easier than you think. And it's awesome. So I'm really excited to record that one. Hit me up with any other questions. I'm here to be of service. I do my best in between client calls. I'm pretty busy. So I try to get out. I do arrive as much as I can, and I'll keep showing up for you as long as there's questions there. So let me be of service to you. I can share what I know and we'll grow together. All right. Remember, thank you. I love you. Talk to you soon. Bye, guys.